What's up, wrestling fans? This your boy, Big Boy Snatch on TV, aka Wakanda Snatch One, because I got plenty to go around. This is my WWE Night of Champions review on highlights. So if you got some new to the channel, make sure you guys please watch the video from all the way from the beginning all the way towards the end. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more wrestling content I do on the channel where I give you guys the full breakdown of my review and not the half of my review. Go check out my WWE SmackDown review on highlights and follow my social media down below in the description. Let's get started. Now, WWE Night of Champions was a decent C plus show for what it was. It had some good and worse moments, and that's all I gotta say. All right, WWE Night of Champions was live by Saudi Arabia Kingdom Arena. Commentary tonight with Michael Cole and Ray Barrett. Pre-show arrivals: Randy Orton is shown entering the arena. Cody Rhodes is shown sitting in the arena earlier today, thinking of the King of the Ring tournament. Sami Zayn is in the attendance as his opponent Karrion Kross, who is with Charlotte, not Charlotte, but Scarlett. Rhea Ripley is showing exiting the SUV. Her opponent Raquel Rodriguez is also in the attendance. Asuka is shown walking backstage as her Queen of the Ring opponent Jade Cargill. Finally, we see CM Punk entering the arena. Why is WWE is making every superstar enter the arena? That is so annoying. So that's all I gotta say. And the Street Profits, yeah, we saw the Street Profits, but they did not have a match tonight. So y'all doing the Street Profits dirty, and also y'all doing Selena Vega dirty. That's all I gotta say. All right, video package. Night of Champions hype video. We go live to the Kingdom Arena to see a big protectness display. Michael Cole and Wade Barrett, a former King of the Ring, welcome us to the show. Randy Orton makes his way to the ring to a massive ovation. It seems like every member of the attendance is singing Randy Orton's theme song. It's quite spectacle. When Cody Rhodes makes his entrance, the crowd also knows every lyric and sings it loud and proud. This crowd is red hot, which is I agree. All right, so we get the first match, King of the Ring tournament final match. The Viper Randy Orton versus the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes. This was a good opening match for what it was, and I called it straight down the middle that Cody Rhodes is going to win your 2025 King of the Ring. What did I tell you? If you don't believe me, go check out my WWE SmackDown review on highlights because I did mention that. All right. The winner of this match will become the 2025 King of the Ring and will challenge for the Undisputed WWE Championship at SummerSlam, which is John Cena. John Cena is going to drop the Undisputed WWE Championship to Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam. That's all I gotta say. Charles Robinson, who made his referee debut in 1995, calls for the bell to start the match. To start this match, either Randy Orton or Cody Rhodes will become the 2025 King of the Ring. They lock up and Cody Rhodes backs Randy Orton to the corner before giving a clean break. The crowd is chanting like crazy at the start of this. Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton have to stop and look around as they chant Olay and wave their phones around. They lock up again. Cody Rhodes applies an overhead race lock. Randy Orton twists out and applies a hammerlock before going to a side headlock. Cody Rhodes whips Randy Orton off, but Randy Orton responds with a shoulder tackle. Cody Rhodes looks over at Randy Orton and nods to him as he gets to his feet. The crowd chants, "This is awesome." They lock up for a third time, and Cody Rhodes wrenches the arm. Randy Orton turns it on Cody Rhodes, so Cody Rhodes chops the chest to get out. Randy Orton absorbs the sting of the chops, and Cody Rhodes is getting fired up. Randy Orton goes for a lockup, but Cody Rhodes ducks and applies a waist lock. Randy Orton does a standing switch, so Randy Orton elbows him in the face. Forearms him and knees him in the midsection. Cody Rhodes hits the ropes, but Randy Orton turns him inside out with the kitchen sink knee to the midsection. Randy Orton goes over to Cody Rhodes, but Cody Rhodes kicks him and drops him down for an uppercut. Randy Orton stumbles to a corner, so Cody Rhodes attacks him. Randy Orton reverses a whip to the opposite corner, but Cody Rhodes stuns him with a back elbow before hitting a bulldog for a 2 count. Cody Rhodes heads to the top rope, but Randy Orton cuts him off with a punch to the midsection. Randy Orton punches him in the head and climbs to the middle rope. Randy Orton hooks the head and goes to the top rope for a massive superplex his father's old finisher. Randy Orton quickly grabs his lower back. Randy Orton missing over a year of action with a spinal injury. Cody Rhodes sees the opening and clubs Randy Orton in the small in a small of the back before hitting a disaster kick for a 2 count. Cody Rhodes drives his knee into the injured back before hitting a snap suplex for a 1 count. Cody Rhodes forearms Randy Orton in the face a few times, so Randy Orton responds with some right hands. Randy Orton twists the arm and hits a reverse headlock backbreaker, a trademark move. As the as the move requires Cody Rhodes to impact on Randy Orton's back, Randy Orton doubles over the pain. Double overs in pain, I'm sorry. Cody Rhodes pulls Randy Orton over to the ring and stretches him around it. The crowd is starting to boo Cody Rhodes. Let's go Randy Orton chant picks up. Randy Orton rolls into the ring and gets to his feet. He greets with a missile drop kick from Cody Rhodes for a 2 count. Cody Rhodes drives a knee into the spine and applies a neck vice. The crowd chants, "This is awesome." Randy Orton fights up, so Cody Rhodes transitions into a weird chin lock. Randy Orton drops down to a knee to jumps down to a knee. The crowd wills Randy Orton on, so he powers up and backs Cody Rhodes to the corner. Cody Rhodes keeps the hold applied, so Randy Orton backs him in a second time. Randy Orton charges, so Cody Rhodes slingshots him over and goes for a snap power slam, but Randy Orton puts the brakes on. Randy Orton connects with a pair of clotheslines, but a snap power slam. Randy Orton weakly covers him for a 2 count. A loud RKO chant picks up. Cody Rhodes rolls to the apron, so Randy Orton catches him between the between the middle and the top rope. I'm sorry. With a front headlock, Cody Rhodes fights out of the draping DDT and clubs the back. Cody Rhodes pushes him into the ropes and hits a second club to lower back. Cody Rhodes connects with a Cody Cutter. 1-2. Randy Orton kicks out. Cody Rhodes pulls Randy Orton to his feet and scales the ropes to the top turnbuckle and dives for a bigger Cody Cutter. 1-2. Randy Orton kicks out again, and Cody Rhodes cannot believe it. Cody Rhodes watches Randy Orton's painful pull himself up in the corner. Cody Rhodes pushes him in the midsection. Randy Orton reverses a whip to the corner, but Cody Rhodes rolls up the turnbuckle and lands on the apron. Randy Orton quickly attacks and hits a signature draping DDT. The crowd is always chanting RKO. Randy Orton drops down. The Viper is ready to strike. Cody Rhodes blocks a RKO and counters with a crossroads. 1-2. Randy Orton kicks out. Cody Rhodes is in disbelief. Cody Rhodes gets to his feet and looks around the Kingdom Arena. The crowd is lightly booing him. Cody Rhodes walks towards Randy Orton, and Randy Orton hits him with an RKO from out of nowhere. 1-2. Cody Rhodes barely kicks out. Randy Orton holds his back in pain as he rolls to his knees and uses the ropes to pull himself up. The crowd chants, "This is awesome." Cody Rhodes is crawling around, and Randy Orton is thinking some evil thoughts. Randy Orton backs up for a punt, and he puts his head down and thinks better of it. The crowd chants yes. Randy Orton looks conflicted before backing up and charging. Cody Rhodes avoids the punt kick and picks the legs before applying the figure four leg lock. Randy Orton is trying to withstand the pain. Eventually, he reversed the pressure onto Cody Rhodes by turning it over, and Cody Rhodes has no choice but to grab the ropes to break the hold that he first applied. They start to exchange punches from their knees. Randy Orton gets stunned by a right hand. Randy Orton kicks Cody Rhodes so Cody Rhodes punches back. They start going back and forth with punches. Randy Orton headbutts him, so Cody Rhodes responds with a headbutt. Randy Orton kicks and punches him. They continue going back and forth with punches before getting into a hockey fight. Cody Rhodes springboards off the middle rope, but Randy Orton hits him with an RKO from out of nowhere. 1-2. Cody Rhodes just barely kicks out. Randy Orton gets to his feet and sneers at Cody Rhodes. Yeah, sneers at Cody Rhodes. Randy Orton limps towards the ropes and painfully exits the ring. Randy Orton approaches the King of the Ring crown on the podium, but he bypasses it and grabs a steel chair. Randy Orton gets in the ring with a chair, but Charles Robinson pulls it away from him. As Charles Robinson hands the chair to a stagehand, Randy Orton rips the top turnbuckle pad off. Cody Rhodes blocks a shot into a go blocks a shot into and goes to drives Randy Orton onto it, but Randy Orton blocks it. Randy Orton goes for an RKO, but Cody Rhodes pushes him off. Randy Orton hits the exposed turnbuckle wheel spurs. Cody Rhodes immediately follows up with the crossroads for the win. The winner by pinfall, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. So Cody Rhodes is your 2025 King of the Ring. What did I tell y'all? I told y'all so many times that Cody Rhodes is going to become your 2025 King of the Ring. Go watch my WWE SmackDown of me mentioning that Cody Rhodes is going to win 2025 King of the Ring. Look what happened. Y'all gonna give me my flowers and put some respect on my name. I just called it straight down the middle. But this was a good opening match for what it was. Like I said, Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and Jey Uso does not need King of the Ring. But look what happened. WWE gave King of the Ring to Cody Rhodes, and that's all I gotta say. All right. Cody Rhodes is the 2025 King of the Ring and will challenge the undisputed WWE Championship at SummerSlam, which is John Cena is going to drop the undisputed WWE Championship back to Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam. And watch I tell you. SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis and Raw General Manager Adam Pearce are in the ring. Nick Aldis presents Cody Rhodes with the King of the Ring crown. Cody Rhodes shakes hands with Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce. Randy Orton looks on from the ramp. Byron Saxton gets in the ring and congratulates Cody Rhodes on winning the King of the Ring crown. How does it feel to have a chance to reclaim the undisputed WWE Championship at SummerSlam? Cody Rhodes thanks Randy Orton. Cody Rhodes has nothing but respect for him. Randy Orton mentions him to spoke up on his behalf. He's a future Hall of Fame, which is I agree. He's a future Hall of Famer, which I do agree with that. This isn't his last stop in Saudi Arabia. Cody Rhodes has the crowd cheer for him. Randy Orton still doesn't look happy. Cody Rhodes says this is an arduous path. First, he had to put down Jey Uso, one of the most beloved characters in WWE. Now he had to put Randy Orton down. Cody Rhodes looks ahead to SummerSlam when he will either face CM Punk or John Cena, which is obviously going to be John Cena. Cody Rhodes knows how the crowd feels about him going against beloved people, but they holding the title from him. At SummerSlam, he's getting the ball back. Cody Rhodes pose with the crown and protecting goes off. All right, let's move on. WWE Crown Jewel is coming to Perch on October 11th. WWE Tag Team Champions, the Street Profits, are shown at ringside. Video package: Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez in a street fight. So we get a Radia Boulevard street fight. WWE Women's Tag Team Champion Raquel Rodriguez versus versus Rhea Ripley. And this match right here, this was okay street fight match. All right, the bell rings and they stare at each other for a few moments. Rhea Ripley circles around her before they lock up. Rhea Ripley powers her into the ropes and knees her down. Raquel Rodriguez throws Rhea Ripley into the corner. Raquel Rodriguez blocks a boot and goes for a fallaway slam. Rhea Ripley kicks her a few times before bouncing her face off the knee. Not Rhea Ripley. Raquel Rodriguez absorbs a pair of clotheslines. Rhea Ripley ducks a right hand, but Raquel Rodriguez catches her on the rebound catches her. What's that? But Raquel Rodriguez catches her on the rebound with a stiff clothesline. Raquel Rodriguez hits a pair of fallaway slams. The crowd boos her. Rhea Ripley responds with a crescent kick before going to the top rope. Raquel Rodriguez sidesteps a missile drop kick before powering her into the corner. Raquel Rodriguez shoulders her way at the midsection and shoves her and, and elbows her in the face a few times. Raquel Rodriguez chops her and connects with a avalanche. Rhea Ripley drops down. Raquel Rodriguez backs her against the ropes and ties her arms to the ropes. Raquel Rodriguez punches her way at the midsection and chops the chest. Raquel Rodriguez goes outside and pulls a chair and a candlestick from under the ring. Rhea Ripley looks worried. Raquel Rodriguez matches Rhea Ripley's midsection with a candlestick. Rhea Ripley is helpless as she is still tied to the ropes. Raquel Rodriguez grabs a steel chair, but Rhea Ripley makes a last-ditch effort to boot it into her face. Raquel Rodriguez is stunned. Rhea Ripley managed to get out of the ropes and knocks Raquel Rodriguez out of the ring. Rhea Ripley then knocks Raquel Rodriguez head first into the steel steps. Rhea Ripley pulls her hood off, and the Arabic announcer table before laying it across the barricade in the timekeeper's area. Rhea Ripley also clears the table of D Beers. Rhea Ripley bounces Raquel Rodriguez off the commentary table and pulls her onto the table. Rhea Ripley goes to suplex her off the table through the table's hood, but Raquel Rodriguez blocks it. Rhea Ripley knocks her off the table and goes for a cannonball, but Raquel Rodriguez catches her in midair and pulls her up for a powerbomb through the table hood. Raquel Rodriguez goes under the ring and grabs a table where Ripley is still down in a heap in the timekeeper's area. The crowd chants, "Let's go, Rhea." Raquel Rodriguez leans the table in a corner. Rhea Ripley starts to crawl out of the reckoning. So Raquel Rodriguez bounces her off the commentary table and takes her down. Raquel Rodriguez grabs the top half of the steel steps and sets them up on their side on the apron. Raquel Rodriguez goes to drop her into the steps, but Rhea Ripley stops her. Rhea Ripley then bounces her off the steel steps. Rhea Ripley removes her belt and smacks her a few times with the studded belt. Raquel Rodriguez desperately tries to get away. Rhea Ripley unloads on her in the corner of the ring and with bell shots. Rhea Ripley pulls her up and hits a razor's edge, followed by a running kick 1-2. Raquel Rodriguez kicks out. Rhea Ripley is infuriated. The crowd chants, "This is awesome." Rhea Ripley applies a Prince trap, but Roxanne Perez runs in and clubs Rhea Ripley from behind to save Raquel Rodriguez. Rhea Ripley chased Roxanne Perez to ringside. Roxanne Perez kicks the knees and goes for a tornado DDT on the floor, but Rhea Ripley counters into a suplex on the floor. Rhea Ripley grabs a garbage can and puts it over Roxanne Perez's head. Rhea Ripley then hits her with a sliding kick, denting the can. Raquel Rodriguez, who has a amped time to recover, grabs Rhea Ripley and lawn darts her into the ring post. Raquel Rodriguez then slings her into the ring steps that were still on the apron. Raquel Rodriguez hits a slingshot corkscrew elbow drop for a near fall. Raquel Rodriguez goes for the T-Jar bomb through the table in the corner, but Rhea Ripley counters with the Hurricanrana, which is that was my first time seeing Rhea Ripley here at Hurricanrana. But anyway, let me continue. Raquel Rodriguez puts the brakes on and before going through the table and takes Rhea Ripley down. Raquel Rodriguez then lays the table across the top rope like a platform. Rhea Ripley shoves her face first into the table and kicks her in the head. Rhea Ripley gets on the table platform and pulls Raquel Rodriguez onto it after bouncing her face off the table. This is really precautious. Rhea Ripley managed to hit an avalanche riptide off the table for the win. The winner by pinfall, Raquel Rodriguez. I'm sorry, Rhea Ripley. I'm sorry. The winner by pinfall, Rhea Ripley. This match was pretty good for this match was okay for what it was, but at the same time it was brutal. It was physical and brutal at the same time. All right, let's move on. It says right here, video package. Last night on SmackDown, Julia defeated Selena Vega to win the Women's United States Championship, which is WWE did Selena Vega dirty. So that's all I gotta say. Let's move on. So we get the worst match and the worst moment of the night. Karrion Kross accompanied by Scarlett versus Sami Zayn. This was the worst match and worst moment of the night right here. This match was not even needed. I will replace this match with the Street Profits for the WWE Tag Team Championship in a lumberjack match. And then you know I'm speaking fast. This match was not needed. The bell rings and the crowd is chanting for Sami Zayn, who came to the ring with a trade when traditional Keith, yeah. They lock up and Karrion Kross backs him to the corner. Sami Zayn turns him around and backs up. They lock up again and Kross backs him to the corner. Sami Zayn shoves Kross back and Kross looks impressive. Kross has been waiting for Sami Zayn to get more aggressive for weeks. Kross knees Sami Zayn in the midsection and punches him down before laying in some stumps. Sami Zayn ducks a clothesline and chops the chest. Sami Zayn lays in some forearms before backing up. Sami Zayn whips Kross into the ropes, but Kross holds on to avoid him. Sami Zayn charges a clothesline it clotheslines him over the top rope. Sami Zayn then fights a dive when Kross backs away. Scarlett whispers some instructions to Kross. Kross pulls Sami Zayn out of the ring and stuns him with a forearm to the head. Kross sends him into the barricade, but Sami Zayn counters by leaping onto the barricade and hitting a moonsault block. Sami Zayn gets Kross in the ring. Kross stuns Sami Zayn with a Doomsday Sato. Kross hooks the head with his boot and twists the neck. Kross backs Sami Zayn into the steps and forearms him a few times. Kross sends him into the ropes for a back elbow. Scarlett likes what she sees from ringside. Kross takes some time to glow before covering for a 1 count. Kross chokes Sami Zayn on the middle rope. The referee backs Kross away. Scarlett taunts Sami Zayn. Kross puts Sami Zayn on the top rope and climbs, but Sami Zayn elbows him off. Kross quickly elbows him and gets him in the tree of woe. Kross attacks Sami Zayn in the tree of woe before saying, "I hate you, Sami, you liar." Sami Zayn drops down and Kross covers for a 1 count. Kross punches away at Sami Zayn and looks around. Kross sits on Sami Zayn and punches him before laughing. Sami Zayn fights back to get out of it. Kross quickly knees him in the midsection and sends him into the ropes. Sami Zayn springboards him over and clotheslines him down. Sami Zayn punches and chops Kross in the corner. Sami Zayn climbs to the second top rope for 10 punches, but he goes beyond 10. Sami Zayn comes off the ropes with an axe handle. Sami Zayn goes back to the top rope, but Kross pops up. Sami Zayn jumps over him, but Kross scoots him up and hits a net breaker for a 2 count. Sami Zayn fights out of a Kross jacket and goes for a blue thunderbomb. Kross counters out and hits a vicious Doomsday Saddle. Karrion Kross sets up for the Kross Hammer. Sami Zayn does it and hits a blue thunderbomb. 1-2. Karrion Kross kicks out. Sami Zayn tries to pull Karrion Kross up, but he appears to be out. Karrion Kross was playing possum as he pops up and hits a German suplex. Karrion Kross smiles and hits a second German suplex. Karrion Kross lifts Sami Zayn, but Sami Zayn slides off. Sami Zayn then hits him with an exploder suplex into the corner, but Sami Zayn sets up for the haluva kick, but Karrion Kross counters into a cross jacket. Sami Zayn tries to push out, but Karrion Kross takes him down and grab binds his body. The referee lifts Sami Zayn's arm to drop once, twice, but Sami Zayn keeps it up. The third time he to a huge ovation. Sami Zayn rolls over and reaches for the bottom rope. But Karrion Kross hits on the back and changes in the hole. Karrion Kross says, "I told you." Sami Zayn desperately reaches out and grabs the bottom rope to break the hole. Sami Zayn looks out to his feet. Karrion Kross says Sami Zayn has to learn to stay down. Karrion Kross lights him up with the running clothesline in the corner. Karrion Kross tells Sami Zayn to say he's a liar as he slaps him in the face. Karrion Kross backs up and hits a second corner clothesline. Karrion Kross says Karrion Kross says Kross told the truth. Karrion Kross goes to the opposite corner but Sami Zayn follows him up for a Haluva kick for the win. The winner of the match, Sami Zayn. Now this match was, in my opinion, was not needed, but Karrion Kross and Sami Zayn had the worst moments. Like I said, this match right here, in my opinion, this was the worst match of the night, and this was the worst. This match was the worst moment of the night. But in my opinion, this match was not even needed. I will replace this match for a lumberjack match for the WWE Tag Team Champions with the Street Profits. All right, let's move on. Triple A World Tag Team Champions Los Garza are at ringside with Santos Escobar. Royal Rumble is scheduled to take place in Saudi Arabia in 2026. Video package United States Championship match. So we get the United States Championship match. Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu. This match was pretty good, but I did enjoy the storyline in the moment of Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. But I did not know that Hikaru was going to show up, but Hikaru was going to show up, but he did. When Hikaru was at New Japan Pro Wrestling, Hikaru turned on Jay White when he turned on the Bullet Club as well. So I remember that moment. He did turn on Jay White. But this match was pretty good, and I loved the storytelling, and I loved the moment. Before the bell rings, Solo Sikoa blindsides Jacob Fatu. The bell rings as Solo Sikoa bounces him off the turnbuckles and punches him down. Solo Sikoa mocks Jacob Fatu. Garage Jacob Fatu grabs Solo and shoves him to the corner before hitting an avalanche. Jacob Fatu punches Solo Sikoa down in the corner before stomping away at him. Jacob Fatu wipes Solo Sikoa to the opposite corner and charges, but Solo Sikoa boots him in the face. Solo Sikoa charges, but Jacob Fatu uppercuts him down. Jacob Fatu tosses trash to Solo Sikoa and backs up, but Solo Sikoa gets out of the ring. Jacob Fatu exits the ring and leaps off the steps for a diving clothesline. Jacob Fatu gets Solo in the ring and connects with a senton splash. Jacob Fatu connects with a senton splash before before going before going for a double jump moonsault, but Solo Sikoa gets out of the ring. Jacob Fatu sets up for a suicide dive, but Solo Sikoa punches him in the face. Solo Sikoa hits a U-range on the apron before hitting a U-range on the floor. Solo Sikoa gets in the ring and appears to be looking for a countout, even though that won't win him the title. Solo Sikoa grabs Jacob Fatu and he gets in the ring, tosses a little trash about leaving the family. Solo Sikoa stomps away at Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu fights back with some right hands before wiping him to the corner. Jacob Fatu charged for an avalanche, but he bounces his face off the ring post when Solo Sikoa moves. Jacob Fatu holds his jaw in the corner. Solo Sikoa connects with a running hip attack. Solo Sikoa then takes a few moments to glow before pulling Jacob Fatu to the center of the ring and applying a weird chinlock. Solo Sikoa shouts that he gave Jacob Fatu everything, but Jacob Fatu never loved him. Solo Sikoa chinches it in, but Jacob Fatu eventually fights up. Solo Sikoa drops him with a right hand and continues to toss trash. Jacob Fatu fights back and shoves him. Jacob Fatu hits some right hands. Solo Sikoa quickly goes for a German suplex, and Jacob Fatu lands on his face. Jacob Fatu was probably supposed to stick the landing because he gets up like nothing happens. Jacob Fatu then hits Solo Sikoa with a German suplex that Solo Sikoa looked Riku chant to take. Jacob Fatu super kicks Solo Sikoa in the corner and hits a running hip attack. Jacob Fatu connects with a Imperial DDT before heading to the top rope. Jacob Fatu connects with a swanton bomb for a near fall. Jacob Fatu continues to strike away at Solo Sikoa and shouts all gas, no brakes. JC Mateo runs down to help Solo Sikoa. JC Mateo distracts the referee. All of a sudden, a mystery man attacks Jacob Fatu to the top, to on the top rope. It's Tonga Loa, who has been out of action since Survivor Series. Tonga Loa hits Jacob Fatu with a spinning backbreaker off the ropes. Solo Sikoa cross over and covers 1-2. Jacob Fatu kicks out. Solo Sikoa cannot believe it. Solo Sikoa looks at his heavily taped thumb. Jacob Fatu does a small spike and knocks Solo Sikoa. Jacob Fatu hits a handspring against the ropes to knock Jason Mattel off the ropes, off the apron. Jacob Fatu then hits Jason Mattel and Tongaloa with a Fosbury block. What? Jacob Fatu gets in the ring and hits Sosako with a pop-up Samoan drop. Jacob Fatu super kicks Jason Mattel and hits him with a running hip attack. Jacob Fatu then hits Sosako with a double jump moonsault. The referee is distracted. All of a sudden, Hikuleo pulls Jacob Fatu out of the ring. Hikuleo grabs Jacob Fatu by the throat and chokeslams him onto the commentary table. Hikuleo rolls Jacob Fatu in the ring. Sosakura looks pleased and turns Jacob Fatu inside out with a small spike 1, 2, 3. The winner by pinfall, your new WWE United States Champion Sosakura. This match was pretty good. This match was pretty good. I did not know that Hikuleo was going to show up. I remember that Hikuleo was in New Japan Pro New Japan Pro Wrestling. He formed the Bullet Club and Hikuleo turned on Jay White. I remember that moment. But I knew that Tonga Loa was going to come back. But anyway, I love the storytelling in the moment with Jacob Fatu and Sol Sakura. Alright. What's Jacob Fatu gonna do from here? Jacob Fatu needs a stable. You know what I'm saying? Sol Sakura celebrates with his army. Jacob Fatu is not happy. Jacob Fatu is so pissed off right now, and I don't blame him. A video package. Last night, SmackDown Tiffany Stratton defeated Nia Jax in the last women's standing match to retain the WWE Women's Championship. WWE Women's Championship Tiffany Stratton is showing at ringside. Video package. Queen of the Ring Tournament Finals. Queen of the Ring Tournament Final Match. The Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka versus Jade Cargill. And I told you, I called it straight down the middle, that Jade Cargill is going to win is going to win 2025 Queen of the Ring. What did I tell you? Asuka was not going to win. I told y'all that. So go watch my WWE SmackDown review on House of Me mentioned that Jade Cargill was going to become the 2025 Queen of the Ring. Queen of the Ring. I told you that. Put some respect on my name and give me my flowers. That's all I gotta say. The winner of this match will become the 2025 Queen of the Ring and will challenge for their brand's respective women's championship at SummerSlam. The bell rings and Asuka goes to pick the leg. Jade Cargill won't go down. Jade Cargill tries to elbow her, but Asuka ducks it and backs up, turning her. Asuka grabs the arm, but Jade Cargill pushes her off. Asuka goes for an octopus stretch, but Jade Cargill fights out and slams her down for a 1 count. Asuka goes to the apron and blocks a kick before hitting a weak-looking dragon screw on the ropes. Asuka attacks the knee and hits a running kick for a 1 count. Asuka lays in some kicks to the chest. Jade Cargill blocks a kick and goes for a choke slam, but Asuka counters into a roll-up before transitioning to a knee bar. Jade Cargill managed to roll through and deadlifts her onto a German suplex. Jade Cargill sends Asuka to the ropes and hits a spinning spine buster. Jade Cargill avalanches her in the corner and connects with a fallaway slam. Jade Cargill keeps up and her knee is magically fine. Jade Cargill super kicks Asuka and gauze her for a chokeslam. 1-2, Asuka kicks out. Asuka fights out of Jaded and kicks her in the face. Jade Cargill fights back and they start exchanging right hands. Asuka wipes her out with a strike combo before going to the top rope for a missile dropkick for a 2 count. Asuka grabs the arm and sets up for an Asuka lock. Jade Cargill fights out and goes for Jaded, but Asuka counters into a roll up for a 2 count. Jade Cargill quickly blocks a kick and hits a sit out powerbomb for a 2 count. Asuka quickly takes her down and applies a cross arm breaker. Jade Cargill managed to fight out and hits a pump kick. Asuka gets out of Jaded and apply an Asuka lock. Jade Cargill rolls through and pins Asuka for a 2 count. Asuka kicks her in the head twice before sizing her up. Asuka hits the ropes for the Empress impact, but Jade Cargill counters it to Jaded for the win. Jade Cargill fell over as she tried to sit on Asuka for the pin. Asuka's shoulder may have come up, but they're ignoring it. The winner by pinfall in your 2025 Queen of the Ring, Jade Cargill. For those of you people that still hating on Jade Cargill, keep the same energy. Y'all the only people that saying that Jade Cargill was now going to win Queen of the Ring. Keep that same energy, and I called it straight down the middle. Go watch my WWE SmackDown review on House when I say Jade Cargill was going to win the 2025 Queen of the Ring. Look what happened. I told y'all that Asuka was not going to win. But I can say this though, Asuka put up a good fight against Jade Cargill, but it was Jade Cargill's time to win. So Jade Cargill has become your 2025 Queen of the Ring. Now she's going to battle Tiffany Stratton at SummerSlam. But I believe that Jade Cargill is going to win the WWE. Is going to take the WWE Women's Championship off of Tiffany Stratton. Then Naomi's going to cash in her Money in the Bank on Jade Cargill. But all of a sudden, Bianca Belair shows up out of nowhere and costs Naomi the title. And WWE is going to head down that path as well. I can see that coming. All right. Jade Cargill has become the third Queen of the Ring in WWE history. SmackDown General Manager and Nick Aldis and Raw General Manager Adam Pearce are in the ring. They present her with the Queen of the Ring crown, which is well deserved. Byron Saxton says Jade Cargill is heading to SummerSlam in a match for the WWE Women's Championship. Jade Cargill says the world has on her shoulders. When she enters the tournament, for the people out there who doubted themselves, praise yourselves because you're fighting through the booze. Don't let them tell you who you are. The grind don't stop, which is facts by Jade Cargill. A storm is coming for SummerSlam. Jade Cargill posed with the Queen of the Ring crown as protagonist goes off. Jade Cargill was speaking facts, man. The grind is real. The grind don't stop, man. For those of you that hate on Jade Cargill, keep that same energy. It is what it is. Jade Cargill is our 2025 Queen of the Ring. And thank God that Charlotte Flair was not in the Queen of the Ring. Thank God. That's all I gotta say. Alright, let's move on. So we get WWE Raw starts at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 Central on Netflix. Goldberg will have his last match in a few weeks on Saturday night's main event against the World Heavyweight Champion Gunther. And I swear to God, if Gunther drops the World Heavyweight Championship to Goldberg, I'm going to crash out. That's all I gotta say. Video package undisputed WWE Champion. All right, so we get the main event of the evening. Undisputed WWE Championship title match. The best in the world versus the greatest of all time, John Cena. This match was chaotic, and that's all I gotta say. The bell rings, and what could be the final chapter of a legendary WWE rival begins. They are 6-6 in their career matchup against each other. There are dueling chants for John Cena. They lock up, and John Cena applies a side headlock. CM Punk twists out and applies an overhead waistlock. The atmosphere is incredible once again. John Cena gets a foot on the bottom rope to break the hold. A CM Punk chant picks up. They lock up and CM Punk applies his side headlock before dropping to a knee. John Cena fights out and hits a snapmare for a 1 count. They go for a Greco-Roman knuckle lock, but CM Punk hooks the head and hits a headlock takeover. John Cena grabs the head, but CM Punk fights out and does the "you can't see me" taunt. They lock up and CM Punk hooks a side headlock, but he pressed into the corner. CM Punk released the hold, and in a frustrated, John Cena backs up the goat, angrily looks at the crowd as they continue to chant. John Cena wrenches CM Punk's arm and applies a side headlock. CM Punk whips him off, but John Cena shoulder tackles him before celebrating. CM Punk gets to his feet and points at John Cena, shakes his head no. John Cena is not happy that the crowd is so electric. John Cena kicks CM Punk in the midsection and drops him with a straight right hand. John Cena has CM Punk on the ropes and punches away at him. John Cena hits a short of fisherman suplex for a 2 count. John Cena hits a scoop slam for a 1 count. John Cena hits the ropes and hits a super weak shoulder tackle. John Cena hits the ropes again, and CM Punk lifts him for a go to sleep, but John Cena slides off and quickly gets out of the ring. CM Punk lies across the top rope and signals that he isn't sweating Cena. John Cena gets in the ring. CM Punk blocks a kick and kicks away at John Cena. John Cena managed to power him up for the attitude adjustment. CM Punk slides off and rolls him up for a 2 count. CM Punk then connects with a clothesline. CM Punk hits a side leg sweep for a 2 count. CM Punk twists the arm and wrenches it. CM Punk applies the octopus stretch, but John Cena fights out and slams him for a 1 count. John Cena has has slowed the pace down. CM Punk slowly gets up, and so John Cena grabbles not grabbles grabs him a big boot. John Cena starts up the 5 moves of doom: a pair of shoulder tackles, a back suplex powerbomb, and a 5 knuckle shuffle. John Cena goes for the 5th move, the attitude adjustment, but CM Punk slides off and hits a jumping calf kick. CM Punk hits a swinging neck breaker, followed by a high knee in the corner. CM Punk CM Punk follows up with a short arm clothesline before heading to the top rope. CM Punk points to the heavens as he hits a Macho Man flying elbow. CM Punk signals that it's bedtime. John Cena counters the GTS and picks the legs for the STF. CM Punk managed to fight out and applies an anaconda vice. John Cena managed to turn him over for a 1 count. John Cena immediately hits the AA 1-2. CM Punk kicks out. John Cena gets to his feet and lifts CM Punk, but CM Punk slides off and hits a DDT. Apply CM Punk applies the STF but to John Cena, but John Cena managed to get his right hand on the bottom rope to break the hold. CM Punk holds it on for another few seconds, the and release before being disqualified. John Cena leans in the corner. CM Punk hits a running knee to the corner. John Cena blocks a running bulldog and hits a back suplex powerbomb. John Cena signals for the 5 knuckle shuffle again, but CM Punk kicks him in the head. CM Punk lifts John Cena, but John Cena slides off. CM Punk goes for a swinging neck breaker, but John Cena counters with the AA 1-2. CM Punk barely kicks out. The crowd chants, "This is awesome." John Cena puts CM Punk on the top rope. John Cena stands on the second rope for an avalanche AA, but CM Punk knocks him off. CM Punk goes for a diving crossbody block, but John Cena rolls through, power him up with the AA. 1-2, CM Punk kicks out. Once again, John Cena cannot believe it. John Cena gets out of the ring and looks at the undisputed WWE champion. John Cena grabs it and gets in the ring. John Cena sides CM Punk up. The crowd chants no. John Cena looks conflicted and throws the title aside. John Cena lifts CM Punk for the AA, but CM Punk slides off and hits the GTS 1-2. John Cena kicks out. After taking a few moments to recover, they begin exchanging right hands. John Cena hits the ropes and hits a diving shoulder tackle. John Cena goes for the second one, but CM Punk ducks. John Cena hits the referee instead, knocking him out of the ring. CM Punk hits the GTS and covers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The referee there is no referee. John Cena is out long enough for CM Punk to become champion. Burn it down. Mr. Money in the Bank, Seth freaking Rollins heads to the ring with Paul Heyman, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed. They stand at ringside. CM Punk looks furious. Seth Rollins holds his hands up and cleans his fists. CM Punk cuts off Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed with strikes. CM Punk clotheslines Braun Breaker over the top rope and sidesteps Bronson Reed to get him out of the ring. CM Punk goes for a plancha on Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. I guess they were supposed to catch him, but Braun Breaker might have forgotten because he bumped. Bronson Reed tried to catch CM Punk, but he only got the leg and literally spiked him on the head. Yuck. Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker then slammed CM Punk through the commentary table. Seth Rollins stands in the ring with the Money in the Bank briefcase and calls for the official. Charles Robinson runs down the ramp. but John Cena cuts him off with the clothesline. John Cena gets in the ring and confronts Seth Rollins. John Cena ducks a briefcase shot and hits Seth Rollins with an attitude adjustment. Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed double team John Cena. Penta slowly makes his way to the ring, seemingly to make the save. Braun Breaker goes to greet him on the ramp, but Penta kicks away at him. Braun Breaker then grabs him and hits a Northern Lights suplex on the stage. Sami Zayn music hits. Sami Zayn punches away at Braun Breaker and brawls with him to the back. Braun Breaker takes Sami Zayn down near the stage. Penta then dives off the ramp and takes Braun Breaker and Sami Zayn out. In the ring, Bronson Reed heads to the top rope. CM Punk flips him off the top rope. John Cena then powers Bronson Reed up for the AA. John Cena and CM Punk are left in the ring. The crowd chants, "This is awesome." John Cena and CM Punk slowly approaches each other. CM Punk extends his hand. John Cena shakes his hand with him and hugs before his face change. John Cena goes for the low blow, but CM Punk blocks it. CM Punk goes for a GTS, but Seth Rollins smashes him in the face with the Money to Bank briefcase before hitting a curb stomp. John Cena quickly throws Seth Rollins out of the ring and covers CM Punk for the win. The winner by pinfall and still your undisputed WWE champion, your the greatest of all time, your 17-time world champion, 17-time John Cena. And this main event match was chaotic at the same time. This match was chaotic at the same time. John Cena seemingly prevailed over CM Punk in their Lifetime series with 7 wins to CM Punk 6. John Cena quickly heads up the ramp with the undisputed WWE Championship. A frustrated Seth Rollins watches from the ring. John Cena pins CM Punk and is still your undisputed WWE champion. Now I thought that CM Punk won for a second, but it didn't happen. Hashtag WWE Night of Champions. And that's all I gotta say. They certainly work as hard as they could with with their limitations. More John Cena limitations than CM Punk. John Cena really is moving slowly, and everything look like it hurts. Hashtag Night of Champions. I know people are frustrated with the run ins, but it fits the fact that John Cena wants to ruin wrestling as well as keeps John Cena's body intact towards the end of a match. Plus, Seth Rollins is holding the money in the bank briefcase, so things like this are going to happen. Hashtag WWE Night of Champions, and the show itself was quite good. It started strong with 2 really good matches to kick it off. Fell into a little lull, culminating with a disappointing match before ending with a loaded main event with lots of run-ins. Hashtag WWE Night of Champions and WWE. Let me read this quick results right quick. The American Nightmare Cody Rhodes defeated Randy Orton to win the 2025 King of the Ring tournament, which is I was right. Rhea Ripley defeated Women's WWE Women's Tag Team Champion Victoria Rodriguez in a Radia Boulevard Street Fight, which I also called it straight down the middle that Rhea Ripley's going to win. Sami Zayn defeated Karrion Kross, which I got that one wrong. I thought that Karrion Kross was going to win, but Sami Zayn got the win. Solo Sikoa defeated Jacob Fatu the to win and became the new WWE United States Champion, which I got that one wrong. I thought Jacob Fatu was going to retain, but Tonga Loa and Hikuleo showed up. Jade Cargill defeated the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka, to win the 2025 Queen of the Ring tournament, which I got that one right. And John Cena defeated CM Punk to retain the undisputed WWE Championship, which I got that one right. And WWE Night of Champions goes off the air. All right, let me give my honest opinion what I think about WWE Night of Champions. Now, WWE Night of Champions was a decent C plus show for what it was, but like I said, they showed the Street Profits at the arena, but WWE is doing the Street Profits dirty, just like y'all did Selena Vega dirty. So I hope Selena Vega can recover from her injury, so Selena Vega can get her rematch. But like I said, congratulations to Julia congratulations to the man is Julia on becoming the new Women's United States Champion. But like I said, I love Selena Vega just like I love Julia as well too. But like I said before, WWE Night of Champions was a decent C plus show for what it was. It had some good and worst moments. The worst match and worst moment of the night goes to Karrion Kross and Sami Zayn. Now I did enjoy the storytelling of Jacob Fatu and Sol Sikoa, but Tonga Loa I knew that he was going to show up, but Hikuleo I did not see that one coming. So it is what it is, man. So yeah. If you guys enjoy my WWE Night of Champions review on highlights, make sure you guys please watch the video from all the way from the beginning all the way towards the end. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more Western content that I do on the channel, where I give you guys the full breakdown of my review and not the half my review. Go check out my WWE SmackDown review on highlights. Follow my social media down below in the description, and I will see you guys tonight for my world premiere of my WWE Night of Champions review on highlights. Have a great weekend. Stay safe and always stay positive. And I will stream tomorrow on Twitch for some Fortnite. That's all I gotta say. So I hope everybody help me get to affiliate when I go live on Twitch for some Fortnite. Have a great night. Stay safe. Have a great weekend. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kids, kept your club. Too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet. Gang.